Hello friends, welcome back to our Standard 10th online study series. Here we are going to start with our third lesson from science first part, that is chemical reactions and equations. I hope and expect from you all that you all have your notebooks so that you can note some important points for your further studies. In this lesson, we will deal with chemical reactions, rules of writing chemical reaction, balancing a chemical equation, and types of chemical reaction. Now we will study these points one by one. Here is our first point, chemical reactions. To study and understand about chemical reactions, we must know about the valency of elements and molecular formulae of compounds, which we have studied in our last standard. So, let us recall. Now, here in book, there are some questions which are asked regarding our last standard syllabus. First question is, what are the types of molecules of elements and compounds? Basically, the elements are divided into three classes, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now, regarding the molecules of compound, the molecules of compounds are made up of two or more elements with chemical bonding having totally different properties from the molecules of element from which the compound is made. The second question is regarding the valency of element. The valency is nothing but the combining capacity of an element, or we can also say it as the number of electrons given or taken or shared during the chemical bond formation. Our next question is, what is the requirement for writing molecular formulae of different compounds? Now we know for writing the formulae of different compounds, we must know the symbols of different elements or radicals as well as valency of the element, so that we can form or we can tell the formula of given compound. The next question is, how are the molecular formulae of the compounds written? This also we have studied in our last standard. The number of ions is written as subscript on the right of the symbol of the ion. By cross multiplication of valencies, chemical formula is obtained. That is, simply we can call it as the formulas are written by crisscross manner. Every chemical reaction is a chemical change. So, to study about chemical reaction, we also must know about chemical change and physical change. Here, we can compare exactly what happens in chemical and physical changes. In chemical change, the composition of matter changes, but in physical change, only the physical state of matter changes. There is no any change in the chemical composition of matter. As well as in chemical change, new product is formed, while in physical it is not. Also we can tell that chemical change is permanent and irreversible. Physical change is temporary and can be easily reversed. Now we can understand from this what exactly physical change is. So now let us identify physical and chemical changes from the phenomena given in the following table. Here, the first phenomenon is transformation of ice into water. In this, only the physical state of H2O changes from solid to liquid. Which type of change it is? Yes, it is a physical change. The second one is cooking of food. Which type of change it is? Correct. Obviously, it is a chemical change. Now, the ripening of fruit. What it is? Yes, it is also a chemical change, as here enzymes are changed in this process. Now the milk turning into curd. Again a chemical change. The next is digestion of food. As we know, during the digestion of food, the different types of chemicals are produced in our digestive system. Hence, it is also a chemical change. Now, size reduction of naphtha balls exposed to air. Which type of change it is? Confused a bit? Why get confused? It is a physical change. Do you remember about sublimation? It is just a sublimation of naphtha balls. That is, conversion of naphtha from solid to directly gaseous state. That is a physical change. Next one is staining of Shahabadi tile by lemon juice. It is also a chemical change. And the last one is breaking of glass. Here, the glass is just broken in pieces, but the chemical compositions remains the same. Hence, it is physical change. I hope you all got correct answers. Right? Yes, very good. Now, we can explain and identify chemical and physical changes for sure. Now, after understanding this difference, we are given some activities here. Let us see what these activities are. First one is, we have to heat limestone powder. Now, we know that limestone powder, which is also known as calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it breaks down, that is, it decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The chemical reaction and equation can be represented as CaCO3. It gives CaO plus CO2. That is calcium carbonate. It is broken down to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Second activity is we have to add some zinc dust into copper sulfate solution. Now, when we add zinc powder to copper sulfate solution, here zinc is chemically more reactive than copper. Zinc is chemically more reactive than copper. Hence, it displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and zinc sulfate is formed. The chemical reaction is represented here. It is CuSO4 aqueous, that is it is in the solution form, plus zinc powder which is solid. It gives ZnSO4 plus Cu. Let us move to third activity. In this potassium chromate, that is CrO4 solution, it is added to barium sulfate solution. Here we can observe yellow PPT of barium chromate. A reaction is K2CrO4 aqueous plus BaSO4. It is also in the solution form, that is aqueous. It gives barium chromate plus potassium sulfate. Now, the reaction between sodium carbonate and calcium chloride. Here, in this reaction, calcium carbonate and sodium chloride is formed. We can observe white PPT here. The reaction is represented as Na2CO3 aqueous plus CaCl2 aqueous. It gives CaCO3 plus 2NaCl. Now the last one. The reaction is heating of phthalic anhydride in evaporating dish. Now it depends. It depends on the situation. If we heat it strongly, we can see the last chemical equation given below. The chemical equation in the form of equation, it is represented here. But here in our book, as it is mentioned that as it's heated in limited heat, the case is just of sublimation. So it is a physical change. From all these reactions, we can have these conclusions. You can have a look on this chart. Here, all the 5 activities which we have performed, the conclusions are written regarding the color change, regarding the gas release, regarding the temperature and nature of change. That's its type of chemical or physical change. Just have a look. Now, from this, we can conclude that in a chemical change, there would be a change in color, evolution of gas, formation of precipitate, change in temperature, or also a change in state. Finally, from all this, we can summarize as if the composition of matter changes during a process, then it is called a chemical change. A chemical reaction is a process in which some substances undergo bond breaking and are transferred into new substances by formation of new bonds. This is all about the point chemical reaction.